Just talked about Donald Trump wanting peace. How about this op-ed published just yesterday? It is called The Trump Effect, Winning Hearts and Minds. And it says a Capital Weekly poll published early February asked California voters, do you think the Democratic Party has shown an ability to present an effective case against the Trump administration? 79% said no. That's a huge percentage, of course, of voters, but it is a blue state. The person who penned this op-ed, Larry Elder, host of the Larry Elder Show, joins us now. He's also the author of the great book, As Goes California, My Mission to Rescue the Golden State and Save the Nation. Larry, welcome in. Great to have you with us this Friday.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, your piece is well thought and well timed as we see potential for peace negotiations just days away, and Donald Trump making comments right now in the Oval Office, which could be a wide range of things. He's working internationally and domestically. Your reaction to where things stand, and, you know, we're just about 45 days into this second term.
Well, I'm Bianca, blown away by what's happened in the last month or so. Lots of presidents have talked about waste, fraud, and abuse and getting government down to the size the founding fathers intended. Bill Clinton talked about it. Barack Obama talked about it. Both Bushes talked about it. This man is actually doing something about it. And broadly speaking, his agenda is popular. Most Americans want waste, fraud, and abuse eliminated from the government. Most Americans want the border secured. Most Americans want the idea that we should bring to a close the war between Russia and Ukraine. Even on climate change, he's pulled us out twice now, the Paris Accord. Even among young people, the cohort more likely to be concerned about climate change than any other cohort, half of them believe climate change is, quote, a very serious problem, but that's down 17 points from what it was 3 or 4 years ago. So even on that issue, Donald Trump seems to have his finger on the pulse of America. It's really quite incredible.
It is, and then you look at 79% of voters in your piece. You know, I know it's the Golden State here. It seems like there still is. They're struggling despite those devastating wildfires. I mean, a lot of folks thought that might be, you know, a career ender for people like Mayor Karen Bass or even Gavin Newsom. But we do want to play this clip because Gavin Newsom may be looking to rebrand himself as he launches a podcast. I don't know what his aspirations are for 2028, but right here, this clip we'll play for the audience. He is now making headlines for his comments about transgender athletes. Let's play this.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, right. that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
Wow. Is he being a chameleon? Is this how he always felt? How does he separate himself from the disastrous wildfires, Larry?
Well, to quote Representative Joe Wilson back in 2009 when he stood up when Barack Obama was speaking and said, "You lie, he lies." If he really believes what he just now said, there's a bill right now that Republicans have introduced in the legislature to ban biological men from competing against women. It won't get out of the Assembly or the Senate because both chambers are dominated supermajorities of Democrats. But all Gavin Newsom has to do is publicly say, "I support the bill." He won't do it because what he just now told Charlie Kirk is a lie. This guy is the George Washington for transgender people. He's remember as mayor of San Francisco, he allowed same-sex marriage, which at the time was unlawful. He was criticized by party leaders and national party leaders, and now it seems like a no-brainer. So he is their George Washington, and they believe in him very strongly. Now, all of a sudden, he does a 180 on this issue. I don't think so. I think he said it right then and there because he wants to kind of move himself towards the center. But let's find out if he talks the talk and walks the walk by supporting a bill that's been introduced to ban biological men from competing against women. I don't believe he's going to do it.